Hi guys, I am Luan Skaggs and welcome to the channel. Now today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this beautiful rose arrangement because someone reminded me in the silver peacock mirror that I made this arrangement and I said I was going to do it in a subsequent video but I never did it. So after I saw the comment, I went out and I got the materials and I made it for this week. So if you guys would like to see how I made this beautiful rose arrangement, then come with me and let's get started. To get started, I'll be using this ball that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. You could use those foam balls, but I'm using this to save cost. I'm also going to be using these rows that I also got from the Dollar Tree. First, I have these flowers that I'll be taking apart. Now these flowers is a little bit difficult to take apart, especially if you have problems with your hand like I do. So I found the best way to take it apart is to get a pliers and pull out the piece in the inside, and then it would be easy to pull apart. We'll cut the flower pieces into individual petals. Once we are done, we'll stick it onto our ball. We are doing this for two reasons. One, we want to cover the ball so that if there's any space showing, we would only see the colors that we want to see. And the next reason is gluing on the flowers onto the petals is much stronger than gluing it on to the plastic ball. We'll continue gluing on the petals on the ball and then we'll come back. Once we have our ball all covered, we'll take our roses and we'll take off our roses from the stems. When we're done, we'll get a few more flowers and cut some more petals. We'll be using these to stick the wire onto the ball. I'm using 3 pieces of wire 23 inches long, and this is 18 gauge wire. But after doing this project, I realized I should have used about 5 pieces of wire. So if you are doing such a big ball, then use about 5 pieces of wire instead of 3 because that would make your piece a lot stronger. We'll wrap the wire. I'm using floral tape that I also picked up from the Dollar Tree. And we'll use this to wrap and keep the wires together. We'll leave about 3 inches at the top and about 4 inches at the bottom so that we have something to glue onto the top and the bottom of our piece. Now this floral wire is not that strong, so in order for it not to come apart, when we get to the end, we'll wrap here a few times well so that it have a nice strong hold. We'll do that at the top and the bottom of our piece. We'll bend the edge of our wire and stick it onto our ball. And to make sure that the wire stays in place, we'll take the petals that we cut and we'll glue them onto our ball to encase the wire. That will ensure that our wire have a strong hold onto the ball. Once we go around with one layer of the petal, we'll go around with another layer just to ensure that we have a very strong hold. This is crucial to make sure that this area is nice and strong because it will be holding a lot of weight. We'll cut off the extra tip off the end of the flower We want to make sure and cover the tip that we just cut off because we don't want the flowers to fall apart. So make sure and put a lot of glue on that area as well. Then we'll stick the flowers to the ball. After I was finished putting on all the roses on the ball, this is what I have. Or you could use any type of flowers that you want. I just decided to use roses to make the ornament. Now we'll make a box for the ornament. I'm making mine's 5.5 inches wide, but you could make yours any size you want. This is just an idea that you could work from. Before I stick the top of the box, I want to put on this gold reflective paper because once we stick the piece, it would be hard to stick this around it. So whatever decoration we're putting on, it's easier to put it on now than afterward. And the link for all of the materials would be listed in the description below. Now I'm cutting the reflective paper to size and I'll stick it on the poster board. We'll make a hole in the top of our poster board to stick in the flowers. Now we'll bend our wires flat and stick it onto our poster board. And to make sure our wires stay in place, we'll glue another cardboard on the top of it to sandwich the wires in between. This will make sure that we have a strong foundation. Because I'll be using stones in the box to weigh it down, I'll be reinforcing the box, so I'll be gluing on 2 sets of cardboard all around the box. Once I was finished gluing the cardboard on the outside of the box, I cut some smaller pieces of cardboard for the inside so that the lid would have something to rest onto. The pieces we are putting in the inside is much shorter because we want when we put the lid in that it remains flat. To give the box some weight, we'll put some stones or anything that is weighty that you'll have that you could put in the box so that we have a nice solid base. Once we are finished, we'll glue the top onto the base. So we'll continue wrapping the sides with our reflective paper. Now you could use spray paint, you could use gift paper, you could use whatever you want to wrap your box. You could decorate it any way you like. We'll cut a triangle piece at all the corners so that the corners won't stick out. Now before we glue on the beads, we'll shape our wire in the design that we like, making sure that it could still balance and stay upright. Once we're done, I picked up these gold beads from the Dollar Tree as well, and I'll be gluing these on the wire and then onto the box. We'll continue gluing the beads all the way around the wire and down the box. Once we're done gluing beads all around the wire, we'll glue beads onto the base to reinforce the base. This will make sure that the base could stay upright. When we're gluing the beads onto the box, we want to stagger them in different lengths so that we'll have an interesting look on the sides of the box. Once I was finished gluing on the beads, this is what it looks like. It looks like golden roots overtake the box. I think this is so beautiful. And all the materials except for the contact paper came from the Dollar Tree. This is so affordable and it looks so elegant and rich. I really love the way that this came out. If you didn't see this table and the matching mirror, you could check it out at the end of this video. Now, if you guys like the way that this rose decoration came out, I'd love to know it in the comment section down below. And if it's something that you'd like to try out, I'd love to know that. So let me know in the comment section down below. Now, if this is your first time here and you're not yet subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video, if you like videos like this. So thanks for taking the time out to watch this video. You have a blessed and awesome day. Now if you like this video, you may also like these as well. See you in the next one.